You won't believe what happened today. Sheriff Gray admires her courage to jump if shit landed wrong. Had be filling out retirement papers. After some fingerprint sleuthing, they pinned down a guy named Sormark. So they arrived at the suspect's house. The seasoned cop casually checked plates and found a missing person's car, suspecting Sormark had accomplices. The missing person, a court clerk, MIA for a day, car parked outside Sormark's house, obviously suspicious. Just to be safe, the old cop sneaked closer with their listening gear, eager to see what those fake cops are up to. But then bang. A shocking scene. They found the court clerk tied to a chair. Sormark was forcing him to fake the verdict and reroute the evidence transport crimes inside crimes. The fake cops took over, truck loaded with flyer and weapons. Disaster if they succeeded. Quick, report the route. They sent real cops, and soon Zio, May, and Hank waited on an overpass. The suspect stepped out of the vehicle with innocent expressions, inquiring in a manner that was absolutely hilarious, making the entire scene a delight to behold. Their acting skills would put some young stars to shame. Good thing the guy in the back pulled out a WM gun, almost pulled off a perfect con. Hank pretended to let them go, but then BAM. He whipped out his gun and fireworks went off. The car windows didn't know what smoke bombs confused fake cops. How naive. Real cops arrived, sweeping bad guys up. Meanwhile, the old cop, seeing no support, decided to rescue the hostage alone. He realized this house had high ground. There was some crawl space below, so he squeezed into a vent, dodging spider webs like a ninja, and made his way to the heart. But as he prepared the final blow to Sormark, he found the vent a dead end. Sormark learned his plan failed. He raised his hand to harm the hostage when suddenly, the doorbell rang. He quickly yanked the curtains aside. It was a female cop posing as a delivery driver. Sormark sighed in relief, only to be ambushed by the veteran cop like a superhero. Next thing you know, Sormark was flying out the window, and the hostage was saved. Just as that case wrapped, our hero got his next mission. They were off to deliver a bottle of vaccine to the CDC, thinking it was just another day at the office, when BAM. A woman with a big old bazooka showed. It was like something out of an action movie. The lady with the bazooka kept all the cops ducking for cover, casualties rising like dough. The madwoman wasn't slowing down until she emptied her clip. The old cop gathered his courage and charged in. Cue the big moment. He hurriedly swapped clips but fumbled, letting her strike first. Luckily, Hank passed by and subdued her on the spot. After all this drama, the old cop was sweating bullets. A kid pointed a toy gun at his mom, making nearby officers break out in a cold sweat. Because they knew that looked like a real gun. The officer begged the kid to drop it, but in the chaos, the brat squeezed the trigger, and the mother went down like a scene from a horror flick. A once happy family crumbling in an instant. Little Black looked at the blood on his hands, fuming because the one to blame was none other than the curly-haired punk he just fought. Turns out, Little Black had raided a crime syndicate earlier, checking for contraband, but that guy took one look and bolted. He thought he'd easily catch the guy, but as he chased, he doubted everything, wondering if he was part of some comedy. The chase turned into a wild goose chase. His speed matched Little Black's. They circled the neighborhood like a bad sitcom. Finally, caught him using geography. All in Curly's pockets were peanuts. The weapon was long gone, tossed away. But wait, this is where the real drama begins, the tragedy of the poor son. He's got to take the fall. Little Black was determined to make Curly pay, but of course, luck wasn't on his side. No fingerprints on the weapon. Even though he found bullets in Curly's pocket that matched the gun, they couldn't pin anything on him. Courts aren't about favors. But wait for it, a plot twist. The sheriff brings a ballistics report. The gun was used in a murder case last year. They had fingerprints taken at the scene, but it matched nada. What a coincidence, Curly's prints weren't in the system either. If they could just compare Curly's prints with the murder case prints, it strengthened their case like a dramatic reveal. But when they got to the cell, surprise! Curly was already gone. Talk about a case of bad timing. Little Black felt helpless. How can a cop not catch the bad guy? It's like a bad day at work. Just then, a fellow officer who was on the mission with him showed up, asking how sure Little Black was that the pistol belonged to Curly. I'm absolutely sure. Little Black replied, and the officer immediately changed the report to say he witnessed Curly throw the gun and flee. But Little Black hesitated. Sure, he could catch the criminal, but he refused to tarnish his sense of justice with such lolly tricks. He promptly interrogated Curly's father, but the man was as unyielding as steel even under the threat of death. He steadfastly refused to reveal his son's whereabouts. The man reluctantly caved, knowing family means everything. Losing it is game over. Well, poor Curly got caught again, and now he's in for a one-way trip to the slammer. Meanwhile, the old cop kept racking up wins, setting a stake out with Pez at the flyer deal. As the deal went down, the old cop hit the gas and stopped them, but the other side played it cool. Oh, who do you think you are? They even raised their hands, daring, you gonna arrest me? The cop asked for a license, but the guy showed a card saying assistant to Lanston. Well, look at that big fish alert. The guy said, if you drop this, I can hook you up with some serious connections. But if you insist on a fight, I'll make sure you can't even be a cop. The old cop didn't flinch. He dialed the number like a boss. The man caved instantly, got out of the car faster than you can say law enforcement. But on the way back, the old cop spotted a man being chased.